Hey guys, welcome back for another episode. So today has been a really big day actually. So Sony, earlier this year, well probably in the middle of this year, almost close to the middle, they announced the PS5, and today they announced the pricing. So the physical pricing is going to be $499, and then the digital model is going to be $399. And then on top of that, like what they had going on, they had like some of the game developers showcasing some of their games, and I can't. I was like, man, I can't even lie. Like I'm really hyped for the next Spider-Man game. Like all of the type of swinging and the way he was fighting, and he was like doing like the webbing that he was doing, and then he was finishing off the enemies after he like literally was swinging them around. Like he was, in some ways he was kind of making himself like act like he was a yo-yo, but at the same time he was just wrecking them one after another, and then he was using his electricity powers. He was coming out with his webbing. It really got me hyped. And then Final Fantasy, Square Enix, they're announcing Final Fantasy 16. I'm hoping it's better than 15, because like I just hope they don't literally crap on the story that they because from what I was hearing, like from like the last one, like they came out with 15. It was just like, okay, they came out with part of the story, but like there wasn't enough filled in until you got like the rest of the DLC to fill in. So it felt like the story was just half baked. So I'm hoping with this one it's much better. I do like the visuals effects. It seems like from what they were showing on the trailer that like the main character seemed like he could turn into a summon. And it seems like he turned into Ifrit from what it was looking like. And let's see, what was the other thing? The other thing that I had it seems like they were going to do something similar like what Microsoft was doing with Microsoft had the whole Game Pass going on. So Sony's going to be having, I guess, this PlayStation Plus subscription, but it's like a plus model. So basically you'll be able to play like, I guess they're greatest hits that are from the PS4, but you'll be able to play them on the PlayStation 5, because they were showing like, Infamous Second Sons, God of War, Uncharted 4, a whole bunch of other couple of games too. But it seems like they were definitely going to play something similar like that. So on the pricing, since like they're going to have the premium one matching with Microsoft's premium, so they're going to be going kind of head to head with that. The thing that makes it a little bit unique, and it kind of puts it into more gray areas, they're going to be like, okay, the digital is like $400, and then if you look at Microsoft, it's going to be at $300. So like, the one thing that like I think both sides are kind of going for right now is like it seems like with Microsoft, they definitely wanted to get more people going in, because they're gonna be doing also that financial option, that that gamers will be able to play. While it's like with the PlayStation, it's like, okay, if you just give us $100 more, you can get the digital one. Yeah, it costs a little bit more, but if you get the digital one, then you basically get access to be able to play some of their games. It didn't seem like they announced any like subscription like what Microsoft did, but from what I gather, like from some of the games that they showcase at the thing, it got me hyped. And then there was Devil May Cry 5, and they were doing like an Ultimate Edition for that one, for the new for the new PlayStation 5. And I was like, the one thing I will say about the new Final Fantasy 16, it reminds me a little bit of Devil May Cry, but then at the same time, it was reminding me a little bit of 15, with the whole how the player was like fighting. And it was also the armor, like the type of outfit that the character was wearing. It reminded me of another character. Oh my God, I can't think of him in my mind, but there was another character that it reminded me of. It was just it kind of felt like it was definitely like they were kind of going for like a whole throwback with that one, but like it was like I guess like almost like medieval times, but this way with people having the powers to transform into summons. That's a new one. Oh, that's the one. There is one series that reminds me of if the main character can transform into a summon, and then if other people are able to transform into some type of like summon like character as well, it gives off that vibe of I don't know if you guys saw that anime, The Attack of Titans. That one, I mean, that was actually a pretty good anime, but that kind of makes a reference towards like because like literally at the end of the showing for that trailer for Final Fantasy, like I was like, whoa, he's got that power. Like it was kind of like, okay, what else it's going to be actually doing? And it definitely, they didn't show like if he had a team going right behind him and they're backing him up. It was just showing just the main character just like going ham just on the pieces and seeing how his combat style was. The one interesting thing I would like to see is how they do the abilities and the skill tree going on. Because like each Final Fantasy, they're always like uniquely, like each one's got like its own kind of unique type of spin on the type of genre itself for JRPGs. And for them to like go back to like, it almost seems like they I guess they're trying to go back to I guess a somewhat older like almost like an ancient type of time. But I'm just curious to see like how long this game's gonna be. I'm just hoping that when the game does come out, the story is definitely a lot more fleshed out. But yeah, the showcase of what Sony showed off, like I was pretty stoked. I was definitely really stoked about what they show. So you guys tell me, are you guys were you guys like happy about what Sony showed at its announcement for the system? And basically the system's coming out. The system coming out 2 days after after Microsoft system comes out, because Microsoft one's coming out November 10th, and then Sony is coming out 2 days later. So it's more like, okay, you kind of give them their shine for like 2 days, and then you're gonna have the rush, or I don't like say they've been saying there's gonna be like there might be a shortage, which usually it is, since like I think like ever since like maybe like the third one, usually they've had problems with like the shortage of like Sony game console systems coming out. But yeah, if you guys liked it what you saw here, please leave comments and subscribe. Smash the like button. Yeah, I got nothing else to say. Until next time, pow!